Hi guys, and welcome to the Ace Tanker for the Vickers Medium Mark III, and I'll put it straight out here, this is not a good tank, but yeah, I was getting my low tier Ace Tankers in the British lines now, and after an absolute nightmare in the tier 1 and tier 2 Vickers Mediums, I sold them, bought the Vickers Medium Mark III, and was expecting more of the same, and yeah, after two really terrible tanks, even though this is not a good tank, it was a hell of a lot better and a much more pleasant experience than the previous two tanks. The Vickers Medium Mark III gets more armor than the Tier 1 or Tier 2. The Tier 1 had 6mm of hull armor, the Tier 2 had 8mm of hull armor. The Vickers Medium Mark III has a whole 14 or 15mm of hull armor, so still it has absolutely no armor. It's quite big for a medium tank, and yeah, it's armor-wise, it's not that much better. However, the reason it was much more of a pleasure to play is the gun is a lot better. You get a little bit more penetration than the Tier 2, so you get up to 64mm of penetration with the premium ammo, or with the standard ammo, and you get 121mm of penetration with the premium ammo, which is pretty good for a Tier 3 tank. Problem is, the alpha damage is much less than either the Tier 1 or the Tier 2. Those tanks had 70 alpha damage, this thing only has 45, so more penetration, less alpha, but the gun is rapid firing, it is more accurate, and better aim time. So the gun on this tank isn't that bad, and that's what made the tank much more of a pleasure to play. In addition to that, it's actually quite fast, it's quite maneuverable, it's quite nimble, and it actually plays like a medium tank and not a brick like the Tier 1 and 2s. So here we go, we are on Kirikov, and I've gotten into a really bad matchup. It's a Tier 5 game, with a lot of Tier 5s on either side, not that many Tier 4s, and quite a lot of Tier 3s. And I'm hoping to run into the Tier 3s, because I know I'm going to be able to hurt those guys. Tier 5s, Tier 4s, maybe not so much, but I'm a medium tank, which means I can flank. Here we go. So it's a 58%er, and the acceleration isn't bad. The traverse speed is pretty good on the tank. Top speed isn't great, so I can do about 40 kilometers top speed. But once again, I'm going to try and rely on assistance damage more than actually doing my own damage. And I get into cover here behind this rubble. And as you can see in the chat, I'm playing this game during the Brazil-Germany game. So 5-0 so far. And I've taken a shot from a Stug. I have no idea how the Stug actually managed to get a shot into me. I thought I was safe. So I'm staying here. There's no arty in the game, but decided to stay safe. And I'm wondering, should I be poking these tanks? Other than the Mk.III, they're all Tier 5 tanks ahead of me. And then I noticed that the Mk.III is flanking. So get one shot in, and then he angles and I bounce. Get another shot in, was trying to track him, but don't manage it. Just don't have the alpha damage to track tanks. But the Stug is still sitting here on the corner. And I'm wondering, can I pull out and still be able to get shots in? So the Stug is sitting here. He's at an angle. Can't pen him. Switch to premium ammo. And we're able to pen the Stug. Miss that shot. And take him out. So there's a Tier 5 tank. I needed to use some premium ammo to take him out, but anyway, I'm thinking about heading around the corner and then decide better of it. There's a KV-1 on pretty low health. I can one-hit kill him if I can actually pen him. but he gets taken out. So there's a VK3001H. I'm still on my premium ammo. I loaded it up for the KV1. Forgot I still have premium ammo. So I'm just trying to set this VK on fire. Okay, there's another tier 5 tank gone, or maybe tier 4, actually I don't know off the top of my head. Yeah, now I've just realized that I was firing premium ammo, and I'm cursing myself. So I'm waiting for the KV-1s to engage the enemy tanks, and then I'm going to pop out, and an enemy Mk.III gets a nice shot into me. So that poor guy, the poor Mk.III on the enemy team, is shooting the only tanks he can hit and hurt. KV-1 gets one shot into him and he's almost dead. So I decide to cross here. The other tanks crossed without taking fire. I want to hunt down this Mk.III, finish him off. And unfortunately the Covenanter takes him out. So we're going to continue flanking. I'm in a medium tank. That's basically my job. Don't want to block this Covenanter. Okay, have to switch back to premium ammo. Got the side of a Churchill. Get shot into his turret. That shot goes a little bit low, but he's now aiming at us. And I don't want to poke. I'm a one-hit kill for the Churchill. And we're being capped. So I realize there's only one tank back at cap, and there are two enemy tanks that were last spotted near our cap. This T-82 is around the corner. Maybe I can do some damage here. Okay, we take out the T-82, but yep, Mk.III Stewart's still capping. Whatever tank we have back there wasn't able to stop him. And there's a PZ-34 up here somewhere, so want to be careful. It's a T-46 we've got back there, and he's having problems killing the Mk.III Stewart. Yep, Mk.III Stewart just took out our T-46. So I've switched back to premium ammo. I've noticed the PZ-34 has gone back to the middle of the map, but I've switched to premium because I want to stop this cap. Want to get one damaging shot in. So there he is. And we get a shot in. Get another one in. And now he's looking for me. So I take one shot, pull back, he misses. Get one more in. So I've reset the cap. The Covenanter and KV-1 are coming back to support me. I've got one premium shot left, and I decide, yeah, I'm not going to, or I am going to switch back. Man, another time I forgot I was firing premium. So, one shot into his side, and once again, in a low tier game, he gets killed before he can get a killing shot in. So, tier 3, tier 5 game, was quite happy with how that one turned out. It was the ace tanker with a Defender medal, and it meant that I finished second on XP. Tier 3, Tier 5 game. Really, really happy. 680 XP, 655 damage, and 2 kills. I did have to fire quite a lot of premium, but I was a Tier 3 in a Tier 5 game up against a lot of heavily armored tanks, so please forgive me. So yep, just the Defender medal, 21 shots fired, 19 hits, 16 penetrations. So the gun on this tank is pretty good. It's even better if you can get a top tier, but it can still do a job on a tier 5 game as long as you're willing to fire some premium and need to flank. I received 2 hits and lost most of my health. I spotted 4, damaged 5, destroyed 2, and didn't get any assistance damage. I was really hoping, being on the front line, I'd be able to spot some tanks and get some assistance damage, but it didn't work out. However, we did manage to do 105 base defense points, so I reset the cap 2 or 3 times during that game and ended up making a whole 76 credits. I made a profit, but I did have to fire a lot of premium, so I did make a profit. It wasn't my first game of the day, so 1020 XP with a premium account. Yeah, didn't take me as long as maybe the tier 1 and 2 did to get an ace in this tank, and even though it's not a great tank, it's still a pleasure to play after the absolute turds that the tier 1 Vickers Medium Mark 1 and the tier 2 Vickers Medium Mark 2 are. Yeah, the Vickers Medium Mark 3 wasn't that bad. But having said that, as soon as this game was over, sold the tank and moved on to tier 4. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.